Hey, what's going on? It's Joey from the Hitting Performance Lab. Mr. Anthony, good job, man. 365. I'm guessing you finished this. You knocked it out because you got video for me. So we got the swing here on the left, and we have the deadlift on the right. So let's start with the deadlift first. And it wasn't bad at all. Pretty good. I know last week we felt a little sick, so we had a hard time with 365. But the only thing I see is that we're segmenting a little bit. I know this is heavy, dude. Trust me, I know it's heavy. We're segmenting a little bit where you push the butt up instead of trying to get the whole body, push the ground away with your whole body versus saying, oh, there goes the butt, and now we're going to come up. And here kind of puts a lot of a stiff-legged Romanian deadlift pressure on the back here, because you've already gotten your hamstrings out of the way, and there could be a tendency here for the back to start taking over. When we were lower weight, it wasn't as big of a deal, but with heavier weight, I'm sure you felt it a little bit. Now, this was your first rep. Your second rep was better, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But as you can see, we segmented a little bit, so really try and get to a push. Now, we'll see on the second rep. I can't remember if we were segmented there too, but I don't think so. So here, you can see we round a little bit. The head looks good. Head stays in line. Okay, we get to this point. This is our sticking point, right? From here, it's all our swing. So it's that explosive power of the hips, those fast twitch muscle fibers in the hips, and the glutes and pelvis, all that on the backside that we're working with the swing and the hamstring. That's all that during this point. So keep going up in your weight in your swing. And by the way, your swing looks really good. By the way. So we can start going up in weight there with the swing. Here we start to lead with the head again, a little bit, right there. Okay, and then you straighten up to the top. Now it's right at the end. It's not where when you get stuck you used to lead with your head. It was like right here, you get stuck, there's a little pause right there, and then leading with the head. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But just slightly, just be careful of that. So on that first rep, I want you to make sure that you're pushing the ground away. Push that ground away. Everything you got in your body to push that ground away and pick that weight up. And on the way down, you look good. Obviously, that's a gravity thing. Now, one thing that we don't have the luxury of are bumper plates where we can, and a powerlifting platform that we can just drop weights. Because if we did, I would just let you drop it from the top. So we would just be doing concentric muscle contraction. We just get you to the top and then we just let you drop it. But not a bad thing, because we're still on the way down. We're working on the negative, which is the eccentric part of the muscle contraction, and the negative is the most common area for injury. So we're helping to reduce your injury as well. But you can probably lift a lot more weight if you just had to lift it up and just drop it. You know, you wouldn't be expending as much energy to fight gravity to bring all 365 pounds down to the earth. But that down looks really good. Notice, because what I want you to do is I want you to duplicate the way you look going down from the way going up. It should look like a mirror image. Okay, and you can see that everything comes down together. So you get to your knees, which is your hang clean area. So that's a nice hip hinge here. And then as you're, so this is the part where you're segmenting. Okay, and then watch for it, like right about here is where normally your legs have stopped and your upper body is trying to get, your torso is trying to get this up into a position where we can start getting but notice how you're bending your legs, boom, boom, everything's coming down together, boom, 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 boom. See that? So that was together. That was all together. So on the second rep, whatever you did on this one, look at how everything's coming up together. You see that difference? So you got your legs, push the ground away, See how your upper body's coming up too, instead of your butt just going up first and your upper body? So there was a reason why this rep was much better than the other one. In your form too. Makes it much easier on your back, or your spine. Okay, we got stuck here, and then the head stayed, and you knocked it out. Boom. Pop those hips forward, squeezing the butt cheeks. That looked great, dude. That was 100% 10 right there. Pretty close to a 10 as you can get. Let's look at your swing real quick. So, deadlift, just to recap, just being careful at the start to segment it. Okay, other than that, you look pretty good. Alright? Head position looked good on the second rep. First rep was slightly leading, but not bad at all because it was right at the top. And as long as you're at the top, you're a little bit more stacked with your joints, so it's not quite as sheer as if you were leading with your head in that sticking point where you're at that 45-degree angle. Okay, swing. So let's take a look. Oh, I got it at the end, sorry. It's like, why isn't it playing? Okay. So head position, spine looks good. Popping your hips, getting that weight to go away from you, like you're trying to throw it away from you, or you're trying to pop it away from you. Okay, much better. You got that hinge, pop. Okay, just be careful not to arch back so much. So you kind of have a little bit of our line is kind of back, and then you're starting to lose ground with that head at the top. So I want you to be more straight up and down. So you shouldn't, let's see if I can get you to a point here. Okay, you don't have to arch there. So this should be actually, this position right here with your head in line is how high you should actually go, or vertical as you should go. So your spine's vertical, exactly vertical. So I want to see, and then obviously this head's going to be closer here. But think about that you're popping those hips, and then at the top you're squeezing those abs as tight as you can. Okay, if you squeeze the abs tight, what you're not going to be able to do is to lean back, because your abs are going to keep you in a good brace position. It's just like what we do with our planks. With our plank, we take our elbows when we're in that position where we're on our forearms and we're in a plank, and we take our feet and our elbows and our forearms and our feet and try and crunch them together as hard as you can, so you create that tension in that abdominal. I want to see you do that on this swing. When you get to the top, when you pop your hips and this weight's starting to come up about right in this zone here, I want you to get those abs and tighten them as hard as you can, and I want you to be in more of a vertical position versus leaning back. So just keep that head in line. But other than that, man, looks good. Keep working hard. Keep upping those swing weights, and that's going to help you with your deadlift. All right, brother. Looking good. Good job yesterday, too, by the way, on your testing. We'll see you next time.